So I got a question from a subscriber. He said, "Hey Andrew, man, do you think the oil field gonna get better? Are you gonna give us some updates? What happens if Trump get in office?" All right. Well, first off, I did a video telling you guys why I was gonna vote Democrat. One of y'all got in the comment section, and I said, "Damn, Andrew, I can't believe you voting for Miss Harris." Well, in that same video, for the people that's got their high school diploma, I also said that I don't vote, but some people can't comprehend. So the other thing I said was I would vote for her. 90% of it is because she's black. One of y'all got in the comment section and said, "Hey Andrew, she ain't black, she Indian." Okay, well, 90, take the 90% away, that leaves her with no chance of me voting for. But anyways, don't get me started. I'm not on vote for Trump. Back to the oil field. Now, the Feds is about to cut rates. First and foremost, 25 basis points or 50 basis points. Let's hope we get 50, but it's probably going to be 25. They'll be on the news in about 2 hours. Back to the oil field. No, it's not going to get better. It doesn't matter if Miss Harris get in office or Mr. Trump get in office. It's not going to get better. The reason for it is the oil field changed. It's not how it was when I had my authority and I was out there, making my plays, making my money. When I first came out there, they paid all the carriers the exact same amount. It didn't matter which company you worked for, everybody got paid the same amount. However, for the drivers, they like to switch companies. What they would do is, say for example, Halliburton was my customer and everybody else customer. Halliburton give us all the same rate sheet, and the only difference would be if you come to my company, I may take 5% off, off the mileage. From 0 to 10, may pay $100 from Halliburton to me as the carrier. However, I may give you a rate sheet to say it only pay $90 to go 0 to 10. So the carriers would just take off the top. Okay, and you made way more money that way. Depending on what carrier you went to, depends on how much they took off the top. Some of them wouldn't take none off the top. They'll just get you with the $300 a week insurance or the $500 a week insurance. Or speaking of insurance, one of you guys asked me about that company called Arthur. I think it's the Arthur to the leasing company. They want to charge him $700 a week for insurance. He want to know, is this something I would do? They charge by the mile for insurance. I forgot what he said the mile was. I think it was 25 cents a mile. Came out to like $700 a week to go to Arthur. I think it's Arthur Leasing, or what is that damn Arthur company called? I don't know, but avoid the company. Back to the oil field. So now what they do here this year, they've been doing it all year. Now every quarter, all the carriers got to bid on the well. Basically, they give us the same mileage sheet, except for it'll be blank. It'll say 0 to 10, 11 to 20. It'll have the same miles on now. And us as the carrier, we got to put our pricing now, submit it back to the oil field people, the customer, and the carrier with the lowest rates, well, they win. So, that's what's going on now. So, if Trump get in office, it doesn't matter what he do for the oil field. Even if they go to pumping as much as they could possibly pump, the rates still gonna be the same. As long as they giving it rate sheet out and all the carriers got to bid on work, it's just a race to the bottom. You may have more loads to be able to do. If Trump get in office and pass whatever he gonna pass is supposed to make it better again, you may have more loads, but as far as the rates, the rates will never be as high as they was in no previous year from 2014 going backwards. It'll never happen. So no, it's not gonna get better. So if you're waiting right now, We in September. If you wait in February, hoping that Trump's supposed to get in office and make your life great again in the oil field, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen because the carrier is the one that controls the rates. So right now, if you're running for cheap in the oil field, you can blame your carrier. Your carrier is the one that placed the bid. They the ones got you running for cheap, but it's not the carrier fault because understand what's going on the carrier side. Let's say I'm the carrier. I got 75 trucks, and I'm sitting here in a $500,000 house, and my mortgage is getting ready to be due. I'm 2 months behind. All my credit cards maxed out, but I got 75 trucks out there in the oil field, and we sitting over here. We got to bid every quarter on this work. I'm over here down bad. Well, I'm gonna bid low because I got to have this work. I gotta have the work because my mortgage is due. American Express want theirs. Chase want theirs. And if I don't get this next quarter, if I don't get this well, I'ma lose all this. So yeah, I come in there and write something cheap just to keep my drivers working. Because the drivers is what's paying for all this right here. So yeah. You may be working for somebody that's on thin ice. Yeah, don't think the suit and tie guys in the oil field ain't on thin ice. I done been. I won't say too much. Don't think they ain't on thin ice. They just like everybody else. When it was up, they went out there and got a whole bunch of toys. And now that it is down, they got to find a way to pay for all that stuff. That's what they got you for. You paying for it. Problem is the rates are so low, money still ain't adding up. If you don't believe me, you can go on, the Facebook groups. You'll see companies now, they'll be promoting, they'll be saying, hey, we got work until up to this date or up to this quarter. The reason for that is because, like I said, these carriers bid every quarter for the work. Okay, so if you start to see carriers now saying, hey, we got this particular wheel up until this date, that's what's going on out there. So do I recommend the oil field? Absolutely not, unless you're going to North Dakota, and I still don't recommend frac sand. So that's the secret. So if you're waiting for Trump, I recommend you should have left when I left, but you didn't leave for whatever reason. I don't know anybody doing good in the oil field. Nobody. I don't know any carrier doing good. I have no idea. No, you should have been gone. Why you still there, I don't know. But let me take that back. I do know drivers doing good in the oil field, but they all in North Dakota at my last company. All those guys up there doing good, running that water. But that's the 1%. Them guys up in North Dakota driving them 18-speed Peterbilts with 120 some thousand pounds. That's the 1%. That's not everybody can do that. That's 1%. I was the 1% up there. Snow, it's gonna be snowing ice up there in North Dakota. I can go do that because I'm the 1%. I can change tires. I already did it, so ain't nothing to prove. I'm the 1%. Those guys, that's 1%. You part of 99%. So, now you can get up there and join the 1% if you can drive 18-speed Peterbilt on ice every day, change tires. Then you can go up there and they give you a driving test, and hey, if you said you want to be part of 1%, pass the driving test.